Okay, let's get this figured out. Come on, you know you want to. There we go. Now it's working. Alright. Autosave feature. Okay. Oh, wait. I have been really bad about forgetting to do this lately.
You're a terrible streamer.
I know. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. That's new. Hello! Yes. Alright. Okay, so if you guys want to play this after you watch me play this, it will probably be spoiled, is basically what the game is telling us. It's nice of them to let us know. Alright. Here we go. The description of this game on Steam is just, it feels so vague. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. Fun fact? A Skyrim mod. Interesting. Present day. Oh, I got reflections here. Okay.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Oh, hey look, I get to make myself. Oh, this is an interesting way of doing it. Okay. Enter. Okay. My mouse is being funky today. Do I have... That's not big enough. Let's see if this helps. That's me.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river?
She's so
What's
apologetic.
the last thing you remember?
Oh, okay, this is... Oh, interesting. I get to choose who I am. Archaeologist. Years of studying history give you occasional insights into the ancient world. That sounds useful. Soldier. You have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, as there's no way to get more. Fugitive. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. Soldier's kind of low on my list here. I am terrible at games, so it might be better to be harder to take down. Sprinting is always good too, sprinting speed. But I just think this sounds so interesting because I always wanted to be an archaeologist when I was a kid, so we're gonna do this one.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him,
Then...
but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Really? You won't go in after him? Because of a promise?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know? Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
What?
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Poor Karen. Any Karen. Poor Karens. All the Karens of the world.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Alright. Who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not.
Are you just running?
But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here.
It works.
In any case, you'll like him.
Thank
I'm
you
sure.
for subscribing, Bud.
Once you find him, that is.
She's just like running a camp here on the side of the river for washed up strays. Like, this whole thing is just really sus.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
We're in Italy, and you're very American. Or your accent is, at least.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al... What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
You're sitting out here and definitely not going to leave without Al. Another stranger who washed up on shore just a little bit before I did. There's
Great.
more to this.
So you're ready to go look for Al?
I'm going in
My
for the
hero.
artifacts.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you.
Great.
Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Heavy-duty, battery-powered flashlight. Alright. Oofta. Okay, it's getting better. Wow. Huh. Okay, just look at this. This is made by 3 people. This looks amazing. That must be an animal. It sounds electronic, though. Searching for clues. Okay, so there are limitations to where I can go. Inspect. Must have been lit by Al. You assume much. Whoa. Hold. Oh, I don't like it when they tell you how to run. That bothers me. Ooh, this is a decent sprint, though. I like it. Hey look, another lit torch, presumably by Al. And a note.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten.
Hello, Jeremiah.
All knowledge of it lost.
How are you this fine evening?
In the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? I shouldn't have stepped in.
Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time?
If you're reading this, worry, because I didn't light the torches either. That's amazing.
The people have survived down there, against the odds. It seems there's only one way to find out.
Whoa. Oh, I don't want to drop down.
If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or
golden crap. Oh, these are fixed permanently in place.
Al Worth.
I'll take it as a warning, because we all know that you probably didn't like those things. In an inscrutable pose, one hand seems to welcome, the other warns. Oh, and goodness. Ah! Shit, I didn't get to read the Latin inscription. Oh. Oh, fuck me. Okay. I don't like that. Thank you for gifting the sub. Yeah, why wouldn't you go in with a rope, man? So I could go back up and read that damn inscription, because now I feel like I'm gonna be missing stuff. It's probably, let's be honest though, it's probably just like cryptic and vague, so it's probably fun. This is a cool little pool. Oh yeah, I have a flashlight. Ooh. Wow, I think I love this. Yeah, I didn't notice that it was working until after I already published my thing through and it pushed onto it twice, so now I feel bad. But excellent work. Oh, see, Al didn't get everywhere. Archaeologist insight. I'm so glad I have that. Always remember they're watching. That feels important. I'm so glad we chose archaeologist. What's that sound? Why would... running, cowering... This is not giving me good vibes here. Wow, these statues of obviously frightened people are actually pretty scary. Weird. Can I die in this game? I didn't even look. What was that sound? It sounded like metal against metal. Hey look, another inscription. It's loud. Oh. Is that you making the sound? Yeah. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Oh, his head turns. Why are you capable of movement? And please stop. Yeah, it's the light. I think. Okay. Well, that makes me incredibly uncomfortable. Okay. Moving on through this horrible place. Will you guys... Ooh. A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? I suppose... Okay, so I can't examine. Bitch, that... Stop it. Oh, they're always watching. Do you think that's what that means? They're talking about the statues? Oh, interesting. Corrigasne. Oh. Oh, something's happening. Okay. You know, I have not actually seen Doctor Who, but... Oh, I think we were talking about it in one of their games I played where I was being hunted by mannequins. History. Yeah, if history's gonna be sentient, I'm not interested. Oh my god. So many. This is just a joy to look at. This is just really beautiful. I wonder if F5 to quick save. Oh, I don't like that if they're telling me that. It is nice to know that's an option though. Oh, it's smoke. Please stop looking at me. I'm just wandering through, man. I wonder if I've missed any of Al's clues. I mean, I feel like they've got to be pretty obvious. They can't really move around a lot. Wow. Why am I here? A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. Why are you in a cave? That's what I want to know. That's modern clothing. Is that Al?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Well, if I commit suicide, though, I won't have a game to play tonight. I've been told numerous times I need to watch Doctor Who, and I just have not yet. Where do you watch that, even? What streaming service would I use? Yeah, he seems to have. He's definitely gold. Like, this is not Al. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. That is so weird. HBO Max or Amazon season by season. Okay. Okay. I have a list a mile long of things to watch. It's on there. Do you know? A young woman in the state of panic. Yes, I can hear you, creepy whisper voice. Well, I assume we'll find out at some point. Hello, Ace. Okay. I wish you weren't talking to me. Ah, look at that. Let's see what's down here first. A Roman man on his knees as if begging the gods for mercy. Wow. Yeah, I know I'm close. I'm just, you know, taking my time. The remains of a human. Whoever it was died a long, long time ago. Huh. Interesting, because everyone else here who died turned to gold. Hello. This is some Tesseract shit. Excuse me. Photo mode. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Two women. I wonder who they could be. I wonder if one of them is Karen. Hey, you're sitting right where that one guy was when he turned to gold. You must be important. There we go.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Proserpina? Are we honest? Do we lie?
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Oh, thank you for your welcome.
But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you.
Thank you.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
I try to do that, yes.
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule. And the punishment for breaking it's, well...
You get turned gold?
It's kind of horrific.
It's a golden
but our
rule.
magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in.
Ah, jeez,
So then,
Bob.
you coming?
You feast, man. Your dinners, I swear to God. You know, you seem like a friendly fella. I'll follow you.
When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now.
You can press E just to follow him.
Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing.
That.
No idea how,
I
since
love that. You
nobody
can
knows
press
the way
E to
out.
follow them.
But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Hey, look, a golden
Aren't you going
person.
to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Oh, am I pretty?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer.
Keep it in your loincloth.
Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say.
That
Down on
sounds
your
accurate.
right is our farm, where I grow all
He
the
who has
food you'll ever
gold
want.
makes the rules.
As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
I'm a
The
more serious kind of
bloodless
person.
shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Have fun streaming, Jeremiah.
Up here
Thank
on
you
your
for
right
stopping by.
is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived,
From where?
and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
That is, a pretty good
Greetings,
assessment
citizen.
of what
My
I've learned
name's
so far
Horatius.
about this place.
Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Of course, Horatius. Can you tell me
I
what it's about?
expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today. Follow me.
Go for it, man.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10.
Yeah, there's only 23 of them
Made
here.
us draw straws.
We could easily take over this place.
And whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Thank you for harshing the mellow. Who are you?
Whatever are you wearing? Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
These are my clothes.
I trust you can see yourself out.
I certainly don't want to spend more time with you. Ooh. Nice digs, man. We're gonna poke around a bit before we go talk to him. Will I get in trouble for searching this? F5. Oh! It gave me the option to steal his money. Scintilla expresses gratitude to Sensuous for adopting her. That's the TLDR. That's lovely. Truly lovely. Alright, we gotta see what happens if I steal the money. Ooh. Small household shrine. Yes, yes, I recognize this word. Okay. We're gonna F5 again. And steal.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Whoa. I'ma die. It's okay. Whoa. Ah! Oh no. I'm getting... Oh, okay, it's just because it's really high up there. What's going on? This is great. Oh, Sensuous is dead. So I just, ended the world. Bring chaos wherever I visit. So, yeah. Huh? Okay. 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 Here we go. Back into the fray. Hi. Oh. You were the one all
friend.
about violence.
I'm Galerius.
All I did was take
Mind
some
telling me who you
freaking
are and what you were doing in the
coins.
Shrine of Proserpina? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
I think you're supposed to pick a number, not just say 1 through 9.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
I think you still have to do SL game and then the number. I think.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
What is this? A zip line. Ooh.
Just
Thanks,
attach
friend.
the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Yeah, I see that. Doesn't seem to be working. My mouse is... Okay. I
All
need
right.
to- Okay.
See you around.
Stop talking. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's find out what's going on with my stuff. We gotta let people throw money away, or Skittles, I mean. Okay. Usually when this happens... Huh. My Cloudbot was off for some reason. Okay. There we go. All better now. Feel free to throw away your Skittles. That was loud. Or just win a ton of Skittles. Nice. Yeah, it's just one of those turn off, turn back on again. Interesting. Solve it. Alright, let's go talk to Sensuous without stealing any money. And then explore some more. Alright, let's try and be nice people. Golden rule. Hello, friend.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Yes,
Greetings, citizen.
always.
My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule.
Oh, goody, I get to hear this
Let me
cheerful
see if I
story
can
again.
explain it this way.
Yay!
When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Okay. Try not to steal this time. I can do that. I can not steal things. Of course I can. Alright.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Finally alone?
A curious name, to match a curious accent. But I digress.
Are you partially
I
gold?
see you have the piercing and astute eyes of Athena. You must be a woman of great learning.
You have great
We're
observational
always
skills.
happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It is beautiful, yes.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise.
Excuse
And
me.
in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
How do you define sin?
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one."
Why don't
From
you
what we
leave?
can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule.
How
It's
utterly
extraordinary
ironic.
that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would
What if it's me?
Proserpina send you now?
What if I'm
Unless
the one?
you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
I'm curious how... Okay, there it is. What counts as sin?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But
I can't
beyond that,
promise
it was
anything.
more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision.
We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Which is not an answer.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Oh man, I love all these questions. How much do I want to piss him off? Yeah, exactly. Citizen, like only citizens were given those kind of protections. I just want to ask all of these.
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Oh, I can ask all of them, yes.
On occasion. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Well, this is a lesson in justification, isn't it?
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Okay, so when we start killing people, this guy's first, right?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that. Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows.
Where can I find those people?
I would be keeping a close eye on them.
They sound like good people. Alright. These questions will be available later. Okay. Well, let's ask
You
them
see,
now.
in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life
I like that name.
and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past.
Oh, hey.
And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
I'm not sure what gave it away.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time,
Oh boy.
what did you see?
Here it comes.
What had become of us? Of this city? I have imagined it, our downfall. 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
This is going to be interesting because I'll go back in time and I can walk through and find all these people that I've been talking to, and I can find their statues.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions.
How fortuitous.
I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
Ooh, we should vandalize her statue. I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
No promises, Mr. Slavery is good. I can't promise anything. Well,
I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal.
oh,
As
okay.
for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Ah. Try not to piss off everybody. How does an election work in a society this small? It's like you all just stand in a courtyard and raise your hands or something.
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a
Can't be
second
taken the wrong
chance.
way.
What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Just asking questions.
I'm glad you
God.
think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Okay.
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
There's more Coke in the car. Oh, there's more Coke in here?
Yeah.
That does make sense. I watch the Avengers, I know what's going on.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I
Sure,
count
why
on you to
not?
figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be me that breaks it first, but, yeah,
Wonderful.
sure.
Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave.
Yes, me again.
Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not...
Wailing. Sure. Bye. Alright, let's see what the menus look like. I don't know, are they allowed to do that here, or is that a sin? He was never really clear on it. I got to keep the gold that I stole! Oh, this begins to make sense. Interesting. I know, right? I hope that's not... Okay, Snot-Nosed Kid is still here.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
You're a thoroughfare.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Maybe you should insult them, just in case. Hello, Opaluso. I don't know, she's not gonna take censure very well.
Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm just gonna back
no
away
response.
slowly.
Nothing. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behavior.
I can kill you right now and show you that everyone else has turned to gold. It's definitely real.
Oh, and I suppose I'll just have to take the word of a know-nothing barbarian who just arrived, will I?
Okay.
I trust you can see yourself out.
See you later. Yes, I can sound like a noble Roman lady at will. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Oh, fascinating. We're learning things.
Whoa. None of that shit.
No, we're allowed to learn things here.
Whatever are you wearing?
Shut up, Sencha. Are you whispering at me? It's always a female voice. Hey, look, a kitchen. What can I steal? The Romans probably regarded as their servants' problem. Okay. Hey, can you stop looking at me, please? Yeah, I didn't think I could sound that snobby. You look like a clue to a puzzle. To be explored later. What a lovely atrium. Vlad, when was the last time you lost a gamble? Ooh, lots of things to look at. A sculpture of Ares, the Greek god of war, known to the Romans as Mars. 7 times ago. Rudimentary perfume. Nice. Makeup powder. Sencha's journal that she just leaves out. Sencha believes everyone is entitled to their secrets. Today my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. Why did you stab yourself? I didn't even know you could stab yourself. Congratulations on finding that out. And a mirror. Alright. Lovely. This must be Sencha's room. Well, I'm not gonna steal that just yet. Might come back to it. It was an accident. Okay. Well. Oh, hey. Alright, you're just standing there. Okay. Wow, those birds are piercing. Yeah, hi.
Citizen.
Is that guy doing push-ups? So... What are you doing, stranger?
What were you two talking about?
I feel like I've heard your voice in a game before.
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. If he's making a last-ditch effort to pick up votes by talking to a woman, he's even more senile than I thought. Everyone knows women can't vote.
Oh. No, we weren't talking about the election.
What else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron.
I was just talking to him. I was escorted there. I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I am.
Good, then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Caput Murday. Can I click on that? No. Alright.
Can't hurt.
No, it can't hurt.
I think it's gone on long enough. And Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see. We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem. The name's Domitius.
Domitius.
You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
I mean, it's not difficult at all.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
Afford what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
Isn't soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron. Dunno. Something good.
Oh, excuse me. Do you want money?
Hey, Caput Murday. Future AS. Just make it good. Just make it good.
Okay. We already know who he's voting for.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
You have something behind you, my friend. Sentius and Malleolus. Same excrement, different smell. Alright, so someone is anti-magistrate in general. Can I just walk up here? Creeper. Inspect. These might be climbable if only they could support my weight. Well, how do you make them support your weight? Ah, it's locked. Damn it. How do you make them support your weight? If I were to go forward in time, they might support my weight, but... I mean, the guy won't be alive to talk to. Okay, we'll consider it. Keep it in our back pocket. Oh!
Hey! You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Why would I be going there? I wasn't, but now I am.
Good. You'd be eaten alive.
A shithead? Did you look it up?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal.
Oh, nice.
Why do I have to do
nice
everything
guy.
around here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing.
Thank you for looking it up.
Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway,
yeah, right.
A few days
Those
later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground.
Wow.
And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal. If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix. Or some Versipelus that feeds on human flesh.
Like a Striga?
I didn't stick around to see which. What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
Well, now I want to see.
Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Well, you can't. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go see what this is. And then just reload, because I want to see what it is. Oh, man. I cannot get used to the fact that I don't have to hit a button to open some of these doors. Okay. Here we go. Because I have no idea where I'm gonna get a weapon. I didn't realize there were any scary aspects to this game, but I'm feeling scared. Shit.
Kill me.
Peeled statue. It's a peeled statue. Ugh. Yeah?
What kind of chocolate specifically? Is there anything, like obviously you like Hershey's chocolate, do you like dark chocolate?
I'll eat dark chocolate, but I like milk better.
Okay, how about fruit?
Yes, fruit is good.
Yeah, no, but what's your favorite?
Probably strawberries.
Couldn't remember. We don't even have freaking fruit.
If it did only the skin, maybe maybe that's why they're still moving in the future to look at me. That is creepy. None of y'all have anything interesting. Why would you decorate your home with statues of people who are dead? Like this, like... dead like this, as opposed to just like, oh, they've passed on. Like, oh, don't look at me. Okay, so I saw the woman over there. I don't want to talk to her just yet, because conversations are long, and sometimes I just want to investigate things. Yeah, I guess that's really what it is. Octavia. Ooh, there's a note to Octavia. Directions to a secret shrine. Enter the caves behind the theater, then turn right at the first fork and the second. Well, I mean, some people, I guess, do, but, I don't know why. It's just weird, like a statue of somebody at the moment when they died, so they're, like, terrified, and, you know, their posture is defensive and scared, and that's what's weird about it. Hi. Hi, stranger.
Arve. A new face. Arve. And may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
You're... okay.
Oh my. Take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way.
Thank you, I know I'm
Usually,
charming.
however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, what is your story?
What?
It said I'm more true. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't have a weapon yet, I can't kill her.
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and
You
ask
just
whatever
keep
you
being
like.
yourself.
It'll be a refreshing change.
Strangulation is a perfectly serviceable death, but in the process of doing so, because assault is considered a sin, everyone would start to turn to gold, and I would not survive for the length of time it would take to strangle her. So, death needs to be quick. Yeah?
You really don't know? You are from far away, aren't you? Well,
No,
I
he
am one of
said
the
assault was a
priestesses
sin.
charged with keeping the sacred flame in Rome's shrine of Vesta burning. I take it you know who Vesta is?
Of course I know who Vesta is, but you should remind me anyway.
Vesta is the mother goddess of hearth and home, and the guardian of the Roman people. You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
Time traveling portal.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you? Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
I don't have a button to strangle.
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic.
You have a force choke
It's
button?
just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with
What?
any of the others
You have a force choke
about how
button?
they arrived
No.
here too?
No
I
force
really
choke
think
button.
you should. Go around and ask them what they remember, and see if you notice any patterns.
Was everybody sent here by Karen? Because she seemed to be creating a kind of little club of washed up strangers.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out
She's the one
newcomers
who,
and asking them where they were from. And
That was
how
the
they
old woman
wound
by the
up
fire.
here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working, and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help. But she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
If I discover any patterns and don't lose my mind.
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
You know, that's okay.
As you wish.
I can look it up.
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask? All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
There's only 22 people here, and so far I've seen mostly women. What are there like 5 people voting?
That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain.
How do you know when dusk is?
I can't allow the perception that I'm being anything but fair and independent. But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
Of course.
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
I don't want to start the election now.
Certainly.
Because I haven't talked to anybody.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Yes, indeed. I shall. Can I read this? This looks important. I can't read this. Okay. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Up the stairs we go. Shut up. Okay, that's outside. Coin pouch. On a pedestal. Begging to be stolen. This is a really rough game for people who are used to just stealing everything they see. Minerva. Oh, this is okay, that's it. There we go. I can jump. Decent. Cool beans. Moving on with our lives. Huh. Okay. That was her. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Hi. You're walking strangely. Malleolus?
Name's Rufius.
Nope, Rufius.
Better watch your step.
Everyone's so friendly here.
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves.
Excuse me.
You've been warned.
I've been warned. Thank you.
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking?
No.
Like
No.
they're waiting or something.
No.
I don't like it. Of course I am.
Of course you are.
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
Congratulations.
Same way as everyone else.
Time portal?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Of course.
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid.
Yeah, I'm having issues with that
We'll
too
have to
right now.
improvise now. If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either. None of your business. In Troiti ipsum conventiula.
Like, they have it... I wonder if there's a place I can look that up
If
or
we
something.
have to.
In-game.
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us? No. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Man, people here. Just sunshine and rainbows. Hi. Don't look at me. Alright. That goes... Okay. I'm trying to get my bearings here. Directions are hard. So these are all statues of the last people who were here. Presumably those who built the place. And people... Okay. When they arrived here, did they just go through the statues and be like, you know, I really like this one. I'm gonna take this one home with me and like set it up in their vestibule like that? Like, is that how it happened? How did these statues end up in people's homes? Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, let's go see what's up with Lucretia and her wailing.
The wailing Lucretia.
Oh, well that's a creepy idea, Vod. I don't like that. Move to where they are while the people were sleeping. Yeah, you can stop coming up with ideas now. I didn't need to be more creeped out by the statues. Oh, hello. Okay. Alright. What, oh, that's Lucretia. That is someone I can't talk to.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned.
I'm sorry,
she
I was
needs
sent
the
here.
resin of a plant called Sylphium, but that Culas cubulates Decius won't give it to me.
Oh, God. I thank God that right now we don't have room for him to do that. And I'm not passing along your idea.
It's too late. She just slipped away. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of Sylphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there,
but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall, but there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
I have an idea for something we can do to help.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out. Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad. Anything about what?
I like you. I like you.
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician. But she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. "This changes everything," she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out, and you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Yeah, I can probably figure it out.
Thanks, I suppose. Sure. What do you want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Hemlock, I believe. I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas's villa, and they are quite secretive.
Not allowed to leave?
Gladly.
Oof.
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
All right.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Man, I feel terrible for you. Aw, I want to open the chest. Whoa. Oh, okay, we're not quite caved. Alright. So... Hey.
A fellow traveler from a faraway land. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary.
Thank you.
Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Sure.
My story? How kind of you to ask.
Oh, yeah, the
I
first,
am a tailor and
one of the
I
first
run
friendly
humble
people I've
shop in
met.
the forum. You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree? Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
A valid point, my friends.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and droning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
How suspicious. My story is similar.
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like. Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt?
No. No, sir, I have not.
Then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Okay, I do want to know what happened, though.
The first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question. for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse.
Right, right.
See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
One can.
They have. I am getting to that.
Oh, okay.
There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt.
Ah, that's how you know about it.
Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice saying the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
How do you know that? You've only been here 7 months. That was a few years ago. They were sneaking out and heard a godlike voice shake the temple, and they stopped to write it down, and presumably they died. I don't know.
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing." Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act. It is not all bad, my friend, because it is this fragility which makes life so precious. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the golden rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Okay.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Oh, man. I am learning a lot about the people here. Oh, wow, that looks awful. Oh, Jesus, stop looking at me. Please stop looking at me. I really don't like that. Extracted from plants and insects. Oh, changing room. I wish I could buy clothes from him, because I don't like everyone making fun of my clothes. That's a good question. It's just mostly weird that it does it when I'm not looking at it. And I can just, I hear it move. I don't know, that one was annoying because it...
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Thank you, Georgius. Yeah, I just don't like that I... Did I do it when I'm not looking? Okay, we'll just go around, I guess, yeah? Hi. You...
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
You would think so.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
Oh,
you
no.
arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's
no,
death.
Vod. That's rough,
I wish
buddy.
we could have met under better circumstances.
Oh. Yeah, all of the people here are very, very good looking.
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
I don't know if I'm up for another long discussion right now.
I like that. We're going to get on well, friend.
It's interesting. The graphics are like the environmental graphics are really, really spectacular. The people are pretty good. Like, I like how when I'm in conversations with them, like Lucretia like pointed at me when she was trying to make a point, and I like moved back, which isn't really graphics. That's mechanics, but it's really cool. It's very well done for being a three-man team, I think. I do wish that people would learn. There's a lot of muscles in the face, and when you talk, it's more than just your mouth moving, and that seems to be the point where everybody misses it in games for graphics. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm sure it's incredibly difficult, but that's bothering me. But everyone is, like, super attractive in this game. I'm curious what was her name? Is it Lydia? The crazy lady by the fire? She looked older, I think. I'm curious to see what she looks like.
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong,
maybe I'm misreading it.
This unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
Well, I mean, I thought so, but then I wanted to go around and rob everybody.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. I'm glad. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you give it some thought. Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of.
Which is what you're living in right now.
Since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti.
Really?
I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person.
Interesting.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of
There's
those
cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burned down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I don't have anything that I'm drinking right now besides water, so I'll drink some water.
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision. My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking. Nice to talk to you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just go throw it all away in a heist. That's a good way to make yourself feel less robbed. I would go with you, but every time we go on a heist, just the two of us, I end up surviving and you don't, so. Okay, how do I... I don't want to steal the denarius, I want to look at the accusatory note. Probably. Since you heist it all, you can't gamble what you don't have. This is really annoying. I can't look at the note without stealing. God damn it. I don't want to... Okay, well look at this one. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Virgil, I know who you are and what you want. Turn away from this path before we all suffer for your sins. Huh. Yeah, how did they find out about it? If he's not actively, like...
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the
Alright,
path,
Virgil.
and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be...
This place is huge. Wait, okay, I got turned around. Okay, here we go. Oh my. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Streamlabs is... Okay. Weird. Okay, I typed in the... to a command and it didn't do anything. What is going on? Because Skittles for All isn't here either tonight. Even Streamlabs was disappointed. Yes, even Streamlabs. Okay, I don't think that's gonna help anything. I wonder if some of this is my laptop actually, because it is hot. It's really hot. This game might be a little rough on my laptop while streaming. Okay, so it was saying that Streamlabs wasn't a mod. Okay. But it's modded now. Wow, Theophilus. That's rough, buddy. Designed for use with the sponge on the stick. Always remember they're watching. Yeah, how could I forget? Oh, there's the sponge stick. Don't pick it up. Unhygienic. I just earned the achievement unhygienic. Yes, put it back immediately, please. Wow. This is... That would suck, man, you know? Okay, so I found the latrines. Oh, zipline. Turned a stone on the toilet. Yeah, he couldn't even run. Didn't even have a chance. Ooh. I am not following, like, the intended story at all here. I'm just wandering around at this point looking at cool stuff. Oh, Jesus. I feel like this shouldn't... Thanks, man. God damn. That scared the shit out of me. Obtain a bow? Is something banging on this door? I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. What am I freaking hearing? Okay, so this is the palace. The assassin's bow. Oh, okay. Where am I supposed to find a bow? How was your stream, Jeremiah? You're way back Wednesday. I always want to do clever alliterations with my titles, and I just can't think of anything. What do you need help with? What are you pointing at? Hey, money that I don't have to steal. Excellent. I don't think there's anything this way. That's the way I came up. Okay. I kind of want to take a zipline down just to see how it works. As long as these guys don't think it's too much fun. Oh. Okay, well, let's go up there, actually. Can I go up there? Virgil was making it sound like you can go up there. Whoa. Sisyphus? Is that you? Oh. Well, that's cool. That's awesome. Flashlight. Oh, it's locked. Damn it. Roots. Those are roots. Alright, up the stairs we go. I saw you were testing something earlier. It might have been yesterday now that I think about it. But I was at home, so I couldn't watch it. Because my internet is horrible at home. I am excited to check out your new look. Sometimes that's like one of the funnest parts of the stream is just trying out a bunch of shit. You will try to help me. Missing piece. Oh. Oh yeah, you're doing the... How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? You're doing the VTuber thing, right? Or the PNG tuber. I guess there's a difference. I'm not wise up on all that. It's too complex for me. This sounds like it'd be really hard to get to work. Like, I just can't even think of how it would work. Is time actually passing? Do I need to worry about when the election is over? Jump. I jumped. I urinated into Malleolus' villa from above and got away with it. Okay, so apparently that's not a sin. Congratulations to whoever had fun with that. Okay, the voice is telling me to jump. Whoa, there's like a distortion to... Okay, we gotta try this. There's like a... It's a pool, I think. Okay. You ready to Assassin's Creed this? We're gonna Assassin's Creed this. This is a cool view, though. I really hope this works. Oh my god. Whew. Whew.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god.
And deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes, thank you. I'd like to...
Oh my god. I found a way into Malleolus' villa.
And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens, under my leadership.
This is awesome.
Finally
I'm so
enjoy
excited.
the freedom you deserve. And yes, no more shall you walk on eggshell. No more shall you walk on eggshell.
Huh. I guess I don't even know what the difference between the PNG and the V is. Oh. It's locked. We're not gonna find out why someone's crying. Though it's probably because Iulia died, or Yulia, however you say it.
Announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. Yes. Yes.
Man, all this guy's doors are locked. Okay, we're almost done investigating his house. That is a huge bust. A young boy's head. Has Las visited this family before? Okay. Oh! Upius to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again and again. Interesting. Yulia to her captors Malleolus and Claudia curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in debt bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all of eternity. Ah. So she did poison herself. So, suicide is not a sin, I guess? Is what we can take away from that? Okay, that's just another kitchen. Alright, alright. To examine every ink jar, I'm sure. Let's go talk to this guy. Hey. Hello. Hi.
Did you just leap into my berth from the balcony 100 feet above?
No.
That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever.
Clever, let's go with
well,
clever.
Why have you risked life and limb to see me?
The VTuber follows your movements of body, head, eyes, mouths. It's more advanced. PNG tuber is a 2D item you can set up with any art. Oh! Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. That's still really cool.
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? Wait. Don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous
This is all a Roman
lie.
city. You have missed a lot. It's definitely real, but I'm not going to argue with
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove
I can, but you won't remember it.
Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break
This
it,
feels like a
then you'd
logical
be dead
fallacy.
already.
Okay, nobody understands what you're saying, Wraith, but I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down. I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
Nothing I say is going
True,
to convince you.
but that is simply because you are mistaken. I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
That's rough, buddy.
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have
Does he
suffered
have
long
one blue
enough
and one
under
green
Sentius's
eye?
tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission.
Interesting. That's all we dove into his house to say.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Thanks, friend. Well, if I commit a crime, then he'll die, and the time loop restarts, and nobody will remember. He won't remember that I'm there. So it's one of those things. It's like there's literally no way to prove it. Which does not mean it doesn't exist. It just means there's no way to prove it. Well, yeah, everybody dying will be satisfying, but. Is this the front door? Oh. Found it. Wait. Take. Hey, we're just gonna take his key to his house. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, push-up dude.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky little stirkers?
Well, the Praetorian isn't actually here, so... You know. I was hoping there'd be something...
If I cop an earful from Malio...
about...
I'll be coming for you.
all the little terms in here that they've got. Yes, I'm aware that you guys are being used to watch me. It's creepy as fuck. I wish you would stop. Well, that's all he had to write it on, right? Because he was stuck in this time era. Yeah, you have to wonder if he made the tablet or if he just found it that way. Yeah, maybe nobody would give him paper, though. Yeah, I guess maybe we have to assume that he died in this time era and I found his body later on. I don't know. Anyway, it is unfortunately getting the time when I have to go. So, let's see. What is on in the world today? Good night, Jeremiah. Thank you for stopping by at the beginning and the end. Who should we raid? Yeah, we'll do the McKay's Play crew. Thank you for that image, VOD. God. You give me more nightmares than the games I play, swear to God. This is a lot of fun, though. I'm very, very grateful for the chance to play the game. I think we'll probably be playing this next week too, unless I'm just really not feeling it for some reason or other. But, oh my god. You are so nice. Thank you for the sub. The gift sub. Okay, we'll be back on Friday, as always. And then, I may be playing on Saturday. So we'll see. But I hope everybody has a good night. We will talk to you later, and thank you all for hanging out, for subbing, for scaring me to death with your creepy comments about statues and your raptor sounds. It's fantastic. Hope everyone has a good night.